Hey, if you're tuning in a little early. And if people are still hopping on for the next couple of minutes, that's perfect. I have to arrange my camera a little bit anyways. If you have kiddos, awesome. If you don't have kiddos and you want to do this, we're going to do some good stretching either way. It's kind of fun. So I had this perfect earlier. I don't know why it doesn't work for me now. Trying to get it so that you guys can see me when I'm down on the ground and when I stand up both. So, promise you, we will figure this out. All right, can you kind of see me? Yeah. All right. So I don't know if anybody's joined me yet. I don't see anybody yet. We need another minute or two. And you know what? Hey, there's somebody. Even if I don't get a lot on here, I know that with kids, life is unpredictable. So if we join in later, that's okay too. So, hey, I'm Lexi. And any of my kiddos that are on here, I'm excited to have you. We are going to use our imaginations to take a trip to the beach. So I wish I had a screen behind me showing you the waves, but God gave us imaginations for that. So everybody sit crisscross applesauce and put your hands on your knees like this, palms up. We'll take it slow as we move into things because like I said, we might still have more people joining. So everybody close your eyes and start to take big breaths. So when you breathe in, you want to fill your lungs and your tummy all the way up. And when you breathe out, you want to let it out nice and slow but strong. And I want you to listen to your breath. Your breath should sound like the waves. So while you're listening to your breath, I want you to imagine the waves coming in and going out. And coming in and going out. One more, waves coming in and waves going out. All right, go ahead and open your eyes. Let's do some movement with our waves. So as you breathe in, I want you to lean forward because the waves are coming in. You're coming in towards me. And then when you breathe out, move back away. Waves going out. And when you breathe in, I want you to point your heart right towards me. And when you lean away, I want you to pull your belly button in and look down at your heart. Let's do one more wave coming in. And wave going out. All right, so now we're gonna stick our legs out in front of us. So stick your legs straight out in front of you. Arms straight out in front of you. And I want you to pretend, so we imagine the ocean, the waves coming in and out. So imagine we're still on the beach. We're gonna take a walk on the beach. And you find a clam in the sand. So now we're gonna pretend to be a clam, like you might find in the sand. So like this is a little clam, it goes like this. So your arms are the top of the clam, your legs are the bottom of the clam. So close, open, take a big breath in, and close, breathe out. Open, big breath in, and close, breathe out. One more clam, open, big breath in, and close, breathe out. I can tell you guys are awesome clams. All right, so now we found our clam, we let our clam go back into the wet sand, and then we find a crab. So, we're gonna be crabs. So, to be a crab with me, I want you to get on your bum, hands on your sides, feet are out in front of me, and I'm just gonna lift my booty up. And then I'm gonna take a few steps forward and back like a clam. So keep your booty up though. Or not a clam, a crab. Oh man, we're crabs, not clams. seconds now. So let's see those crabs. And when your arms start to get tired, or maybe your hips start to get tired, you can just gently come on down. And if you're still walking around like a crazy crab, good for you. And if you weren't walking around, if you're just holding that up, that's okay too. You want to make sure you're pressing your toesies into the pretend sand, lifting those hips up. Good. All right, while we're sitting here, let's stick our legs out front. Let's do another clam. So, big breath in, and then snap that clam shut, breathe out. Big breath in, snap that clam shut, breathe out. Good. All right. If you're feeling good, let's do one more crab. So my kiddos, if you want to walk around a little bit with it, just remember, one step forward, one step back. Maybe 1 or 2 steps forward, 1 or 2 steps back. Moms, if you want to just hold it, you just hold it. Like I said, press those feet into the pretend sand. And you can let your neck relax a little bit. Don't have it up like mine. Sounds like my husband is sweeping upstairs. He listens so good when I say I need it to be quiet. I love it. All right, everybody. We're going to start to stand up nice and slow. We're not going to hop up too fast because we're taking some big deep breaths. We might get dizzy if we hop up too fast. I'm going to change this just a little bit so you can see me standing up now. Perfect. All right. Show me a star. So spread your legs just a little bit, arms straight out. We just found a starfish in the sand. So do you know how starfish move? They have these suction cups, so they just pick their suction cups up and then set them back down. Pick them up and then set them back down. Pick them up and set them back down. So again, you're moving like a wave. There you go. Starfish. All right, let's bring our legs together a little bit. So we're tired of the beach, now we're ready to go out in the ocean. So let's go. I want you to dive into the ocean. Come back up. Let's do another one. So pretend, bend your knees, arms overhead, pretend you're just diving into the ocean. Come back up. One more time. Big breath in. As you breathe out, dive into the ocean. Pretend you're blowing those bubbles out your nose while you're diving in. All right, so this time, stay hanging down. And if you've ever seen a jellyfish, so they've got their top part. I'm gonna try to turn. Okay, so they've got their top part and then they've got their tentacles. So we're gonna pretend your arms and legs are tentacles. So stay hanging down. And I want you to bend your knees and make your arms loose. And really gentle, so don't do it too fast. Really gentle, sway back and forth like a jellyfish, and your back is the top, and your arms and legs are the tentacle. So nice and smooth, jellyfish. Remember, you're in the water, so it's really slow, floaty jellyfishes. Good. All right, so now, I'm going to move this back down because I'm going to come back down to the mat. Now we're going to do back on down. This one's my favorite. It's the dolphin. So you can do dolphin one of 2 ways. If you'd like to do plank on your forearms, you do plank here, and then you push it up, and then you come back down. So it's like a dolphin going through the waves. Or you come up on your hands and same thing, but you're pushing back into what we call downward facing dog and then coming forward to plank. And you want to make it nice and smooth. Breathe out. Breathe in, bring it up. Breathe out, stick it up. Breathe in, come back forward. Breathe out, stick your booty up. So it's like a dolphin just floating through the water. Now it's gonna get you warmed up. So if you gotta take a break, just bring your knees down, take a break. That one's good. All right. So, next one we're gonna do is mermaid. So you're gonna pretend you've got a mermaid tail. And I want you to just take both knees off to your side and sit real tall, like a mermaid sitting on the rock. So I've got my legs off to one side, and it's like a mermaid sitting looking off into the distance. Big deep breaths, right? Good. All right, dive into the water. All right, let's twist it to the other side. So let's do our mermaid on the other side. It's the same thing, just both knees off to the side. My back leg is coming back behind me, so it's like I've got my tail off to the side here, and I'm gonna sit nice and tall. And I can look off into the distance, the opposite direction my legs are. Sitting on a rock. Take your big, deep breaths. So remember, when you breathe in, fill those lungs all the way up. Breathe out. Do another big breath in. And we're gonna get ready to dive into the water. Good job. Okay, so next one I really like too. This is our shark. So I want you to go hands and knees, and I want your knees a little bit wider than your hips. So look at where your hips are, take your knees out a little bit, and then tap your big toes together. That's your back fin. Big toes are coming together for the back fin. And then we're gonna sink our hips back to our back fin, and then we're gonna put our elbows down in front of us, and we're gonna make a shark fin on the back of our head. So we're a stealthy, sneaky shark. So you're gonna stay real still because we're gonna get our breath back. So just sit in your shark, put your head down on the mat, keep your fin right on top of the back of your head. So you got that fin sticking straight up. And take some big, deep breaths. And if you get bored, you want to go da-da, 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 da-da. You can. All right, good job. All right, so now we're gonna lay down on our bellies. And we're gonna pretend to be whales. So put your fins kind of out to the side like this. And as you breathe in, lift up. And as you breathe out, come back down nice and slow. Breathe in, lift up. Breathe out nice and slow. So it's like a big blue whale. It's big and slow and graceful. So breathe in, lift up. Breathe out, come down nice and slow. All right. So now we're gonna have everybody turn over to our backs. I'm really sorry if you guys can't hear me very well. I'm gonna kick my husband in the butt later. All right, so now we're gonna do what in yoga is actually called the fish pose. I have not quite figured out why it's called fish pose because I don't really think it looks like a fish, but this is fish pose. So we're sitting on our bottoms, toes are straight out in front of us, come down on your elbows, and then I want you to think about pushing your heart up to the sky and stick your hands under your booty and let the top of your head point down towards the earth. So I'm sticking my chest up, squeezing my shoulders together and pushing my shoulders away and letting my head relax back. And if you want, you can even let your head come down to the mat and you can stick your chest up. And you want to keep those hands under your bum. So keep them under your bum. Elbows close to your side, shoulders pinched together. This one can be kind of hard. So if it starts to kind of hurt your back or your tummy, just come down, relax. And then if you want to try it again, come up on your shoulders, try it again. Okay, everybody relax. So we're gonna go back to practicing our breathing. So if you wanna just come back to sitting up crisscross applesauce, you can. If you wanna lay down, you can. A lot of people, when they do the relaxed breathing, they like to lay down. So if you're already laying down on your back, you just lay. Let your hands come out to your sides, let your feet relax. But you gotta find something where you can sit really still. So make sure, however you're sitting or laying down, it's a position that you can stay still in. So kiddos, if you're gonna lay down, get comfy. Lay on your back, lay on your side, but either way, you wanna make sure you can sit still with it. So, we did some fun poses. I know I moved through them kind of fast, but I figured sometimes the kiddos, they get a little bored, but you guys can always go back and rewatch and practice some of those poses again. So, however you are, if you're sitting up, you gotta sit nice and tall. If you're laying down, think nice and long. Everybody close your eyes, and we're gonna move back into those breathing like the waves. So we're not moving, no movement this time. We're just thinking about our breathing and thinking about the ocean and the waves coming in and out. So as you breathe in, think about the waves coming in. And as you breathe out, the waves going out. Make those breaths really big and full. Make sure you're filling your lower belly up first and then filling up to the top of your lungs. And then let it all out nice and slow. And really listen to that breath. Make it sound like the ocean. If it doesn't sound like the ocean to you, open up those nostrils. Try to listen to it. Make it sound like the ocean. Imagine those waves moving in and out nice and slow. Maybe our day on the beach is done, so maybe we're gonna imagine the sun setting over the waves. We've got beautiful reds and oranges as that yellow sun sets over that blue water. Do a couple more big breaths, guys. Good. If you're laying down, I want you to very slowly roll onto your side. Do another big breath. Hopefully your breaths are even slower than mine. I hope so. I hope you slow them down because I'm nervous, so my breaths are going faster than they should. And then if you were laying down, now's the time to start to sit back up. We're going to come into our crisscross seat, sitting nice and tall, but keeping our wave breaths. So imagine those waves as you breathe in and breathe out. Good. So now we're going to take one more big breath and reach up as high as you can. Because at the end, I always like to thank God for our mind, body, and our spirits. And I thank you all for joining me. And namaste. Thank you very much, you guys. I know this one was a little shorter, but yeah, still a little movement. And hopefully we got those kiddos warmed up and then cooled down, and maybe everybody's ready for bed. So we'll do some, I was gonna maybe do some restorative yoga on Friday, which is more staying in the poses for a little longer, using bolsters or pillows to help support your poses. So I hope maybe you guys will join me then. And if you missed the first part of the video, it's all good. Just go back and rewatch it after we're done. So I miss you all. I love you, and I hope to see you in person in the next few weeks. Bye, guys.